how many of these big contracts in the league now with Soto's contract and everything are performing up to the amount of money that they are being paid, okay? We have some metrics we're going to. I'm gonna try to give a little bit of context around like off the field stuff, marketability stuff. Shohei, for example, has got a bunch of that stuff going on. But for the most part, this is gonna be balanced out in just an on-field performance way, okay? This is the important stuff to know. Free agency values one WAR at about $7.5 million. So this is calculated based on all the free agents that were signed that year. So 2 years ago it was about 6.7, and then this last year it was like 8.9. It was 8.9 because of Soto, okay? So what I did was let's go right in the middle of those numbers. I don't want to go to 9 million per WAR because that'll make not everyone's being valued like that. Juan Soto is, okay? So I went to 7.5 to keep it a little bit general. 7.5 is kind of how teams sign free agents. You'll get one WAR for $7 million. If you get a one WAR player, position player, you'll pay him $7 million a year. Like that's kind of what the markets are overall. A little less, a little more for certain situations, but that's just the number we're going to operate with. When I divided their AAVs or divided their money by the number of years, I counted 2025, we were 22% through. This is as of yesterday, 22% through the season. So this year is 0.22 years. And then 2020 was prorated, so they got that much money. They got 39% of their money. So we're gonna call it that as 0.39 years too, not a full year. So if some of the numbers seem a little bit off, it's okay. The conversation still can continue because there's nothing that's like super nominal like choices. So what I did was I gave a rating from 1 to 10, with 5 being they're doing exactly, they're breaking even. Both sides are doing fine. And then everything above 5 is the player being very much worth it. Like it was a good investment, and below 5 was a not so good investment, okay? Let's go right into it and let's quick fire these. Let's start with number 19. Number 19, Fernando Tatis Jr., 14 years, 340 million, 24.29 million AAV. And in the time since he signed it, which I believe was in 2021, he has produced 17.3 BWAR. We're gonna use BWAR because that's what actually happened on the field. So what does he grade out at? What is 17.3 BWAR based on the amount of time he has played? That's an 8.5 as he is getting 4.7 average BWAR. This is also only half a year when he was suspended because he wasn't paid for half that year, so that only counted as half year. He's worth $35.25 million in value, which gives him an 8.5 out of 10 because that is $10 more million than he's being paid per year. Now you get it. So let's quickly go through this. Number 18, Giancarlo Stanton from the Marlins, 13 years, $325 million. Comes out to about 24.29 million because he was done in 2015. And he has, since he signed that, put up 23.4 BWAR. That's 2.4 average BWAR for 18 million a year. He is being overpaid at this moment and he's currently hurt. This is just because of a ton of injuries, okay? I know he's been great in the playoffs. That's why this isn't a 1, right? He gets a little bit of a boost from his value in the playoffs, but let's be honest, he has not played near enough games. He's only played, I think, 1,000 games. Not great, but I don't think it's a disaster either. I just think it's like, yeah, like there's still time for him to make up with this, right? He has 2 monster seasons with good WAR. That number goes to a 4, and now he's making his money, right? He just needs to average a little bit more WAR. Though 2.4 is not that, like, there's been much worse precipitous drops. Number 17, Bryce Harper, 13 years, 330 for 25.32 million AAV, but he's put up 24.2 BWAR. He's been fairly healthy, 765 games over that time, 159 home runs, 917 OPS over that time. That is good. And an MVP, 7.9, 4.3 average BWAR, good for 32.25 million value. I would say Bryce Harper, really quality sign for the Phillies, and he's the face of their franchise, which boosts him even more. He's marketable, and also he's now a social media freaking god.
Iced vanilla latte by me.
So he's crushing it. Number 16, Bobby Witt Jr., 11 years, 288.8, 26.25 million AAV. He signed this before last year. He's got 12.1 BWAR. He is averaging 9.9 BWAR, which is worth $74.25 million. Yeah, he gets a 10. Bobby Witt is working out. Number 15, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 12 years, 325, 27.08. He has 3 BWAR so far. 2.4 on average, $18 million value, but that's just because he missed a lot of time last year. Now he's throwing really well this year, and his WAR is I have a feeling by the end of this year, this little 4 number that I gave him a 4 rating. At the end of the season, he will be in the positives. I think that's going to work out. I just think right now he just needs a little more time, but that is the way that this is going to work. Number 14, Trey Turner, 11 years, $300 million, 27.27 million AAV, 7.5 B-WAR over the time of his contract so far. What is that good for? That's good, a good average. He's 3.5 average B-WAR, which is about what he's been. Literally, like every year it's a 3+. Good for a 25.5 million value, which is exactly what he's making, which means breaking even. He's okay, they're okay, he's been solid, and that was a good pickup. I think if you break even, then you give him a positive. Number 13, Mookie Betts, 12 years, 365, good for 30.42 million AAV and a 25.3 B-WAR. That's a 6 average B-WAR a year. 45 million AAV value, that's a 9.8. Getting $45 million of value. That, and he's moved all over the field. He's just a great player, man. He's just a great player. That, and he's a good bowler.
Fielder Mookie Betts on the precipice of perfection. 300 game.
I would say that one's working out. Manny Machado with the San Diego Padres, 11 years, 350. He re-upped this in 2023, and since he re-upped, that 7.5 B-WAR and that 31.82 million AAV. This is a 4.9, slightly below, because he's averaged about a 3.4 average B-WAR since he started, but again, there was some injury in there. So he's got a 4.9, slightly below average for a 25.5 million value. But again, on the up and up, and he is the leader on the team, which gives him a little bit more value. Number 11, Rafi Devers. He has been in the conversation quite a bit lately. 10 years, 313 million. Good for 31.35. He's had 5 B-WAR since. That's 4.1 average B-WAR, and that's about average. He got a 5 rating for Rafi Devers. Number 10, Corey Seager. 10 years, 325. Good for 32.5 mil AAV, 17.5 B-WAR. Again, this contract was during the year they won the World Series. Let's say 5.5 WAR a year, good for $40.5 million value, which is more than he's being paid. That's an 8 out of 10. A really solid pickup for Corey Seager, and he continues to be, when he's healthy, one of the best hitters in the major leagues. Now we're going to quickly go through the top 10. Francisco Lindor is our number 9, 34.1 million a year. He's put up 19.7 B-WAR. That's 6.1 B-WAR a year, $45.75 million a year in average. That's an 8.4 out of 10. Lindor is working out. Number 8, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. signed it this year, so take this with a grain of salt. He's going to be paid $35.71 a year. He's got just under 1 with 0.9 B-WAR this year. That's going to come out to a 4.1 if he keeps doing it all season, which will be 30.75, slightly below average at a 4.4. But that's only if he produces at this level, which I believe he will continue to get better. Mike Trout's number 7, 35.54, 21.6 B-WAR. That's only 3.4 because he's been hurt all the time. 25.5 for a 2.8 out of 10. He's probably the most disappointing one in this list. I think a lot of people agree with that, including him. But that said, when he's healthy, it's disgusting. If he puts together 2 good, healthy years, he shoots right back into the positive. But so far, it's been a loss for the Angels. Number 6, Garrett Cole. Take this with a grain of salt as well, because I factored in this season's going to be 0, but he's being paid. So he's getting nothing for this year, so this is going to skew this number a little bit. So don't yell at me, Yankees fans, but it's true.
You sit on a throne of lies.
36 million, 19.8 B-WAR, 3.7, 27.75 million value. He's slightly below average because he's only averaging 3.7 right now. That's with this year missed, but next year he shoots up. Top 5, real quick. 3 years, 120 for Alex Bregman, 40 a year. He's already got a 2.4 B-WAR a month into this season. That could be a 10.9 WAR if he keeps it up. If he goes at this level, he's going to get a 10.9 this year, worth $80 million, aka double what he's making. That's a 10 out of 10 for Bregman. He's working out. Number 4, Aaron Judge, 40 million also, 18.6 B-WAR over his contract so far. That's 8.4 on average, $63 million value, which is $23 million plus. That's also a 10 out of 10 for Aaron Judge. And our top 3, Zach Wheeler, 3 years, $42 million a year. He's got 1.4 B-WAR this year. That's going to take him to a 6.4, 48 million over 42. That's a 9, baby, 9 out of 10 for Zach Wheeler. Juan Soto is going to make him 51 million. He's got 1.7 B-WAR this year, which is surprising. That's going to take him to a 7.7. He'll have 57.5 at the end of the year in value. That's a 7.5. He's actually overperforming his contract, believe it or not. And number 1, Shohei Ohtani, $7 million a year, not including the deferrals. I don't know why that didn't get included this time. It just didn't. He's already got 11.4 B-WAR with a World Series under his belt and a 50-50 season. The guy's a legend. 9.3 average B-WAR for a $69.75 million value, which is technically below what he's being paid every year. But with the deferrals and the fact that all of Japan wears his jersey every single day when they go to sleep and when they wake up and when they go to work and when he's making them a lot of money, and he is very worth it. That's a 9 out of 10 for Shohei Ohtani, and he hasn't even pitched yet. And that is the contracts and how I think they're going right now. Let me know in the comments whether or not you hate these or you love them, which is much more likely.